Hey, Nosa community. It is Shamika, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Shamika, just in case you don't know me, and I am the creator and founder of the Nosa Group. And today we're going to be talking about a topic that I think is important, especially as a small business owner and kind of in the initial phases of getting your business kickstarted, is to make sure that you have some of the soft skills and technical skills that make sure that your business is successful. So let's talk about it. How to successfully use email marketing. So many of us have email marketing as a part of our business in so many ways. It plays a big part in how we actually live in this new technically advanced time. But how to get your email marketing started is really what we're going to discuss here. So let's get started. So, email marketing, a little bit about what it is a powerful tool that's used by millions of businesses all of the time to reach their target audience. So, if you haven't taken out a moment, go Google it, figure out who your target audience is and where they're located, and then also where they hang out. But you want to reach them and promote your particular products or services. And it essentially involves sending personalized promotional messages or advertisements to a group of people via email. One of the main benefits of email marketing is that it enables businesses to communicate directly with their customers. So it's the email that you get from Target, hey, we got a sale going on today, or that you get from Costco, we're having 20% off, buy one, get one free. Those are all email marketing tactics used by customers. And the main thing that a lot of people don't realize is a lot of times you sign up for email marketing and then you have to unsubscribe to it to actually realize that you're getting way too much of it. So it's a tool used to communicate directly with their customers in the most cost efficient way. So we're going to look at some tools. I'm going to talk about my own experiences in this process and kind of making sure you're getting a big bang or a bang for your buck, and ways that you can go about doing it as a NOSA. The main way that most companies, including myself, use this tool is through campaigns. So campaigns can be designed and targeted to specific demographics, making it easier for businesses to tailor their message and increase the chance of conversation. And for us, that might look like a reply to a job opening. That could look like actually applying to the job, and it may just look like inquiring. So here are the first 3 steps in creating a email campaign. 1, you want to define your goal and target audience. So am I looking to connect with clients, get feedback from clients, find out more information about their particular facility or healthcare system? Or could I be looking for more employees? Am I looking to fill a hard to fill job or position in an organization? Is it a location that's less than desirable? Or could it also be that the position was recently vacated, so you're looking to have someone refill it? 2, choose an email marketing service provider. So there's tons of them, and we'll touch on a little bit about the types that are out there, but choose one that makes sense for you. Choose one that's easy to maneuver through, whether it's HubSpot, MailChimp. Those are all popular ones. I use Thrive. I've also used Gmail. And essentially what it's doing is it's kind of housing your actual marketing campaign. And then number 3, build your email list. So this is kind of tricky because in our industry, a lot of times email lists are moved around the industry without the people's permission. So you want to make sure that in whatever campaign that you build and whatever that looks like, that you also include a space, a section somewhere for people to opt out of being a part of email lists. So for us, we do it on the front end through platforms like Equid or Linktree, where people can opt out from receiving marketing campaigns when they purchase something from us. Or if you receive an email from us about our YouTube channel or different things we have going on in our community, you can always opt out. So you want to make sure that that's included in the process. And some fun ways to build email lists is to host things, to have giveaways, to share about your community, to kind of give a call to action for the people that you're trying to connect with. A lot of people do it through Indeed ads or post on social media websites. So you want to kind of connect with them so that maybe even if you don't have something for them at that particular time, you may have something for them later. When you're trying to design your email template, keep it simple. That's so key. You want to be clear and concise about what the subject is in the subject line and make it attention grabbing. So we've heard so much buzz over the last couple of months about all this, AI that, Chat GPT, and tons of other platforms that follow that similar format. So those are great tools to use to help you with getting that attention grabbing subject line. And that really does matter, because if your subject line is off, the person won't click. And that's essentially what you want them to do. So those are all great platforms. You can use Writer. There's a lot of different tools out there that you can use. I think Canva, Magic Words also does it as well, so that it'll get you through that first step of them clicking on the email. Next, you want to make sure that you personalize the greeting. So depending on your audience and who you're talking to and what your intention is with them, you want to think through, is it going to be a hey or a hi or a good morning, or just reaching out, wanting to connect. So those are all different types of personalized greetings that you can use, but you want to make sure that it's actually tailored to your specific audience. You want to offer valuable content. Avoid making the email too promotional. And this applies in business, but it really applies for us. So you don't want it just to be like a mass email sent with a long list of jobs in an Excel spreadsheet. You want it to be actually, hey, this is what we do over here at the NOSA Group. This is what our agency offers new nurses. This is what we're doing in the community. And then if you would like to learn more, check us out here, ... So you want to kind of create a connection. You want to kind of determine why they would want to work for you and put that in the valuable content. And then, of course, next, like I said, is a call to action. So visit our website, schedule a meeting, set up a time, join our website or our webinar tomorrow, or our job fair live on social media. Those are all ways to create that call to action, as well as your more traditional ways like schedule a meeting, set up a time for an interview. And then, of course, you always want to include your signature with contact information. So when reaching out, you always want to make sure, whether you're doing it in person or through email, that the person can reach out to you. So they can email, call, text, all three. Check out your website, inquire, so that they don't get lost in the mix and that you make the actual connection through the email campaign. So next, we have an example of what one can look like. And like I said, there's so many different platforms that you can use, but this is something where you keep it sweet and simple. You want to introduce yourself. This is probably something a little bit more formal that you may want to send out to clients. You can do something similar. I would reword it a little bit for applicants. You want to talk about your advantages, what makes you different, what sets you apart. Of course, we look to provide clients with high quality healthcare staff and solutions that meet their needs. So you want to make sure that you've done the research on this particular company so that you can answer some of the questions that they may have, or anticipate those questions and be able to have answers to them. And then, of course, end it off with a thanks for taking out the time, best regards, your contact name, information, and website. And if you haven't gotten a chance, feel free to check out our templates on our website, as we've uploaded this template and a lot of other templates to kind of help give you a boost to bring the words together. I encourage people, whether it's the templates that we offer or others that you create, get creative with it. Be unique. Don't copy and paste other people's content versus, hey, I'm going to use this as a template and then I'm going to add my additional things to it that makes me the ideal choice for that particular client. And then the next thing is be aware of your metrics. So once you actually set up the email campaign through whatever platform that you're using, the metrics matter. So what we're talking about when we refer to metrics is who clicks, who it got delivered to, and this is for those where you may have bounce back emails, and then who did the call to action, right? So in this instance, the call to action was to set up a time for an interview, or reach out to us to schedule time to talk more about our services. You want to make sure that whatever you packaged and emailed to them got the intended result, and really figure out how many people did those things, received it, clicked on it, did the next steps. And then look back and kind of determine the final outcomes. And the reason you want to do this, no different than in-person sales and marketing, is that you want to make sure that, hey, I'm going in the right direction. It makes sense for my audience. This matches. Some of the things that we've done here at the NOSA Group has been giveaways and webinars and things like that, information sessions, virtual job fairs. Those are all ways that allows you to connect with your audience in a little bit of a non-traditional way, but gets their attention. And it also makes them more open to the idea of sharing their email information or sharing any information with you than your more generic, hey, we have jobs, email us here. So these metrics are important for you to adjust your campaign as they provide insights into its performance by analyzing them. You can identify areas for improvement and make data-driven decisions to optimize your campaign for best results. And here we have some options as far as what the metrics can look like. And for the most part, most companies or software platforms use these same ones, so it's not going to be different per se, as much as there may be other additional things they may offer, like templates, and then some other supportive services. So you want to know who unsubscribed. So like if 10 people receive your email and 10 people unsubscribe, there might be something wrong with your email. It could be the subject, it could be the actual email. I'm just going to assume if they unsubscribe, they actually read the email. So you want to really look into that. And a great way to look into that is having someone else, a fellow NOSA, anyone here at the NOSA Group, look at it and give you some feedback. So the click-through rate. This measures the percentage of recipients who clicked on a link in the email. So the link could be a link to your email. It could be a link to your website if you were telling them to submit a job application or apply or set up a time. So you want to look into that so that you know, hey, this particular email style or format that we're using really gets people to do whatever our call to action is. The next one is your conversion rate. So this measures the percentage of recipients who completed a desired action, right? So sometimes people can click through. So they may click on your website. They may click to schedule. They may click to start the process of applying. But if they aren't actually completing the action, it's not considered a conversion. And that's what we're looking for here, guys. We're looking for conversions, whether it be in clients or applicants, we want conversions. And then of course your bounce back rate, which I touched on a little bit earlier, as far as, hey, the email you have isn't good. So you may have to reach out to that person again. You may have to more than likely delete that email and then, make another attempt to connect with a person to get a more accurate email. And then the last one is your open rate, or your I refer to as your delivery rate as well. So this is the person received the email and then they actually opened it. So those are also great indicators of, hey, the style, if you use a picture or the language or your subject line looks good and people want to know more. So you want to always be looking at those things so that you make sure that you're kind of in alignment with your intended outcomes. And here we have some small business friendly options for you guys as far as software for email campaigns. A lot of platforms offer it. I believe Google and Microsoft Office offer it as add-ons or apps that you can add to your email, which is a little bit easier for a lot of people. But here are some of them. Sendinblue, MailChimp, Constant Contact, Campaign Monitor, HubSpot. I will say the most popular ones from my experiences have been HubSpot, MailChimp, and Constant Contact. And typically they have levels as far as the different costs for these software. It could usually be, you can send 100 emails or 10, or you can send 5,000. So that's usually the indicator of the cost differences. And then if you have another platform, there may be like discounts offered for small business, or they may have like a different platform for them. But Constant Contact, HubSpot is pretty popular, MailChimp. And then you always have to remember there's levels to platforms. So this is, like I said, the small business friendly ones. And then there's different levels where you'll see like a Salesforce or different more high-end types of platforms as well. I know a lot of NOSAs have mentioned about the idea of, hey, Shamik, I just want this one-stop shop. And that's great. Many times it makes sense. Like I mentioned before, Microsoft Office and Google offer a add-in to have a software email campaign system or app, but it's not always best. And in another video, I'll talk more about why you shouldn't combine everything together and some of the things that are worth combining and worth keeping separate. But thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. I hope you got a few tips and tricks and some information on how to do email campaigning. As always, if you haven't gotten a chance and you want to know more about what we do, please feel free to follow us here on our YouTube channel where you're watching this video, or any of our other social media platforms. As I mentioned before during our presentation, we definitely have some templates available to you on our website that might help give you that jump start into getting your email marketing campaign started.